This is a beautiful game. Holy cow. If only it didn't have the math. Hello, everybody. What's going on? How you guys doing today? Welcome to Satisfactory, the first ever episode of the most mathematical series you've ever seen in your whole entire life, because this game is really big on numbers. If you haven't played, there's a lot of numbers involved. And me, being the mathematician that I am, I'm going to complete this game with 100% efficiency while making everything extremely beautiful. That's the goal anyway. Is it going to happen? Who knows? Place your bets now. So if you don't know too much about Satisfactory, you're not going to learn a whole lot here. You might as well go somewhere else. But it is about building factories so that, oh God, that's a lot of Poombas. So that you could fully automize everything and not have to do everything by hand. You'll see at the beginning of this series, a lot of this stuff is done by hand, but we can make machines that could do everything for us down the line. And what I want to do is, this is a massive map. So I want to take every node, every resource that we possibly can, and convert it into the goody goodies that we need. But we got to start with finding a good base here. Let's see. Anything good around us? I'm actually not familiar with this area. Ooh. And you, my friend, this sweet, sweet pure iron, you will be my home for the next 70 to 700 hours. Normal? No! No, we can't have that. We can't have that. What about you? Please be pure. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. We can't build here. This won't work. This won't do. Hey! Yes! Haha! We found pure. Just gotta dispatch the local goons. Oh god. I need a bigger sword. Beautiful! This is the spot, man. This is great. Look at this. I have a nice natural... Oh, we got quartz. We have a nice waterfall here. And then look at this. We have a nice pure iron node right here, right next to a copper node, which is kind of sick. I mean, it's just a plain Jane normal copper node. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. Now we just got to rip down all these trees to make room for this thing. Start with just plopping this guy down here temporarily. And let's get some stuff done. What's this? Do I even dare? Oh, no, maybe, maybe the dark menacing cave is a project for another day, unless... And... Oh, hey! I actually did. I didn't think I could. What do you think's in here? Oh, goodness. Okay. Bacon stuff. Oh, this is a spider cave, ain't it? Oh, no, this is a spider cave, ain't it? Oh, I see a glowing slug over there. Golden, heck yes. But $10 says big spider block it. Where is it at? Oh, this is cool. Oh, I like this. What's that? Oh, I'm just waiting for the spider. Deep Rock Galactic Boombox Tape? What the hell is that? I've never seen one of those. This is beautiful, though. Holy cow. And, side bonus, no spiders. Hey, I'm pretty happy with this. This is cool. Menacing, but cool. Now let's get the hell out of here before the game realizes that there should have been spiders in here. There aren't, but there should have been. I'm not emotionally equipped to be fighting spiders right now. Now the basics are set up, okay? We got miner into smelter, pretty easy going. This mines, this smelts, easy. I don't need to explain that, right? Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put a constructor in front of this bad boy. Here's the issue. I don't have constructor reinforced plates. I can't make those as of right now. And on top of that, to split it up into multiple constructors, so I'm not just limited to having one, I need to get this splitter, okay, the conveyor splitter. That is #1 priority, and then base building, so we can actually build our base. But I think what I want to do is I want to start working on this right now, which means a whole lot more grinding. But at least this part of the process is automized. Question mark? And it might not be a horrible idea just to get the copper up and running too. I mean, it's gonna look ugly for a while, but hey, we're limited with what we can do here. And not only did I get the second logistics, I also just went ahead and bought the base building as well. Because I am starting to get really unorganized. Not only do I have these guys that are kind of kitty-cornered going opposite directions, my iron is going out that way, my copper is coming out this way, which there is no room to work in this area, but I went ahead and made my limestone come out this way, and on a Mark 1 belt, this is the slowest way to ever get limestone. I'm actually really disappointed with myself. I'm looking down on me right now. Why did I do this? So now, after many more hours of grindage, I should be able to put down a foundation to start working on. And honestly, I kind of want to do it right here next to this waterfall. Just like, oh, I don't have a jetpack. Just like this. There we go. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and zoop just a big old platform out like so. Oh, I don't have enough resources. But what I can do is make a nice little rudimentary place where I can go ahead and start my factory. Of course, it's going to start off small, but the goal is that it's most likely going to take up this whole entire ravine. One day. Also, I'm probably a little bit of an idiot because what I could end up doing is putting this storage container here and then hooking up my limestone line to it. That way I could just collect it as soon as it comes in here. Slowly but surely at first. So I won't do this every single time I start up a new factory, but I think it's safe to say because it's the first factory, I should probably tell you my line of thoughts because you're probably going to spot a few flaws in my design. But you remember earlier when I said there's a whole lot of math involved in this game? Well, let me show you what I'm talking about. So, Mark 1 miners, the very start of the mining game here in Satisfactory, outputs 120 items a minute. These Mark 1 belts here are pretty nice, but you can see how slow they're going. These guys actually only transfer 60 items per minute. So until we get Mark II belts, 60 items per minute is as much items as we can transfer at one time. Da 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 da. It's so slow. Now these fancy smelters, though, however, I believe they do 30 items a minute. So they will take 30 items a minute and distribute 30 iron ingots. Oh my goodness, why was that so hard to say? Iron ingots a minute. So basically, what that means is, I'll even show you the calculator. Watch this. If the belt does 60 items per minute, but the smelters only take 30 items per minute, then that means I can have 2 smelters. Now that's very, very fundamental math, and you probably could have done that without typing it into the math function. But that will be useful later down the line when we start dealing with fractions and whatnot. So now that I have 2 smelters both up, they're both going to be taking iron ingots. What I need to do is I need to get them from this main conveyor line, into each one of those. And this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier, using the conveyor splitters. Basically, it's as simple as this. Watch this. I just got to line up these arrows so that it comes in that backside there, and then comes through here, and then we can even put one here as well. And what will happen is the conveyor will go in this way, and out this way, back into this splitter, which will go out this way, and then continue on the line however long that I have it. So right now what this does is it splits one line into 2 very slow lines. So if I just reposition my miner, remember to hook it back up, hook that conveyor line up to my splitter, and then obviously power both of those furnaces there. Then this should fully work in about an hour. Ta-da! Perfect! And with that logistics research that we did, we actually got another logistics item called the merger. So what I can do here is make sure that the arrows are pointing the right way, which is towards me. Put the conveyors from both of these smelters into this line right here. And then use that storage container we were talking about a little bit earlier. Plug that bad boy up. And now we have 60 iron ingots per minute going straight into my fancy dancy storage unit. No, it's a unit. So there you go. That's kind of a start of a factory in a nutshell. Nothing too crazy going on. Just a couple smelters going into a storage container here. You can see we've just been sitting here for a little over a minute, and we already have a crap ton of iron ingots cooking up, which means we can do a lot of this stuff by hand now. Or we can use a constructor. So a constructor can automatically make almost anything that you can make by hand. For example, to make a wire, you need copper ingots. To make screws, you need to have iron rods. And to make iron rods, you need to have iron ingots, and so on and so forth. And the process goes on and on and on. The only issue is, to make a constructor, we need something called a reinforced iron plate. Now, to do that, I need screws, and to make screws, I need iron rods, and to make iron rods, I need iron ingots, which I now have a ton of. So let the process begin to make a crap ton of screws. With iron, there's only a couple things that I can make, is iron plates, iron rods, and screws. At least this early in the game. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we can make reinforced iron plates, but that's way down the line right now. So what I want to do is make iron plates for one, which takes 30 items a minute, which is one of these guys. So it's going to be 1 for 1. It's going to be a smelter going into one of these constructors. And then I want to make iron rods, which takes 15 items per minute, which means one of these smelters can split to 2 of these constructors. And then what I want to do is make one constructor go into 1 screw. I'm laughing because I'm realizing how ridiculous this is right now. I think what I'm going to do is just start building it. Now, of course, this early on in the game, we're very likely to blow a fuse or two. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just hook up the second burner to my... do I not have any more room here? I guess I don't. Hook up my second burner to my existing line here, so that way I have double the production. And I am just going to go ahead, put some more biofuel in, and start my power once again. Now, how long that's going to last, who knows? I can't wait till we get to coal. But now that everything is hooked up, everything should be working properly. So once again, just to recap, if you're new to the game, then this is going to be brand spanking new to you, okay? So we have some smelters. Those smelters are going into 3 constructors here. This constructor is making plates. This constructor is making iron rods. And this constructor is also making iron rods. Now the cool thing is that these 2 constructors here, just do a little bit of hopscotch, these 2 constructors here are going into their own storage container. So now we have automatic iron plates, automatic iron rods, and then this third constructor is doing something a little bit special. It is going into another constructor, which is going to make screws out of those iron rods. So now you can see that those screws are going to be produced and very slowly go into the third storage container. So, yes, it's day 1, and yes, there's not a lot of work that has been done, but now we have the basic necessities of every factory starting to automatically accumulate. Isn't that sick? I'm pretty happy. Now, one last thing that I want to do before I call it quits here today is I want to go ahead and start working on the copper line too, which I kind of want to work more on a vertical level. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just build upwards whenever I get enough items. And then I'm basically just going to copy and paste this setup, but on the next level. And just like that, it's set up and good to go. So this was a slightly different blueprint than downstairs, but it's basically the same thing. These guys, these copper guys, they take 30, give 30, and then these guys over here, which is making the wire, takes 15 and gives 30, which means I can separate them through a splitter. I can split them, go into 2 constructors here, and that goes into there. So now we have a constant source of wire here. And then over here, same thing is kind of happening here at the get-go. We're making wire, but it goes back into 1 more constructor, which takes that wire. Uh-oh, no power. So it takes that wire, and then it puts it right into here. Bet you that cable feels pretty lonely in there. I do think it's funny how 1 constructor threw it over the edge. Like, everything else is running perfectly fine, but throw 1 more constructor on it, and we're screwed. But for now, I think we'll be perfectly fine. We're making 100 mega? Is that mega or is that milli? I'm pretty sure it's megawatts. And we're only consuming 71. So for power-wise, 4 biomass burners is going to be perfectly fine. And there we go. Hello, little wire. You are now getting more. He's no longer lonely. But I think that's gonna call it quits here for today. We got a lot done. A mini iron farm, a mini copper farm, and then we even got some limestone cooking up, so we're making some concrete, so we'll be able to make this... Oops, how much? Yep. So we'll be able to make this platform a wee bit bigger in the following episodes. I think what I want to do is start working on progressing through these phases here, because power is key up until coal, and I hate those biomass burners. So maybe next episode we'll start working on an alternative way to get some power, maybe dealing with some mycelia, but I hate mycelia and I'm not a fan of it. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like what you see, like the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Maybe. Who knows? I might not make another one of these. Just kidding. I will. Haha.